When trust is broken in an election, it is not just votes that are questioned, it is the future. A resurfaced video clip of INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu from a past Channels television interview is now fueling renewed controversy across Nigeria. The clip shows Yakubu explaining how the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS works, specifically that it can accredit voters using biometrics without internet connectivity, and that results can be scanned and uploaded later once network access becomes available. The timing of the clip's resurgence is significant. On February 10, the Nigerian Senate approved electronic transmission of election results, but made it subject to network availability, allowing manually signed result forms to serve as the primary fallback where electronic transmission fails. That amendment followed days of public protests and intense political debate. Now, many Nigerians are asking a pointed question. If BVAS can function without internet during accreditation, as Yakubu explained, why is network availability being presented as such a major obstacle to real-time result transmission? In this report, we will break down what the BVAS clip actually shows, what the Senate amended, why public anger is resurfacing, and why this debate cuts so deeply into Nigeria's democratic credibility. If you believe in fact-based, balanced political analysis, subscribe to Arise News for continued updates. First, it is important to clarify what BVAS does. BVAS is designed primarily for voter accreditation. It verifies voters using fingerprints and facial recognition. According to INEC's technical explanations, this biometric verification does not require constant internet access because the system stores voter data locally. After accreditation and counting, polling unit results are entered into Form EC8A, scanned, and then uploaded to the INEC Result Viewing Portal, IREV, when network access becomes available. This distinction is central. Accreditation can occur offline. Transmission, however, requires network connectivity to upload scanned results to the central server. Supporters of the Senate amendment argue that Nigeria's network infrastructure is uneven. Rural communities, conflict zones, and remote areas may experience connectivity issues. From this perspective, making electronic transmission strictly mandatory without flexibility could create legal vulnerabilities if uploads are delayed due to infrastructure failures. Lawmakers say the manual backup ensures elections are not invalidated because of technical disruptions. But critics are not convinced. Skeptics recall the 2023 general elections when delays in uploading presidential results to IREV sparked widespread controversy. INEC cited technical glitches and system issues at the time. However, opposition parties and many citizens questioned that explanation, alleging that the upload process was deliberately interrupted. Some believe the system was switched off when early trends allegedly showed one candidate trailing. These claims remain allegations and have not been judicially proven, but they significantly damaged public trust. That is why the resurfaced Yakubu clip is resonating now. Nigerians who feel betrayed by the 2023 upload delays see a contradiction. If BVAS operates offline and uploads later when connected, they ask why the Senate is treating network availability as a reason to dilute mandatory electronic transmission. To them, the subject to network availability clause appears less like a safeguard and more like a loophole. It is important, however, to separate public perception from established facts. There has been no official confirmation that the 2023 system was deliberately switched off. INEC has maintained that technical challenges were responsible. Courts that reviewed election petitions focused primarily on procedural compliance and evidentiary standards. But legal rulings do not automatically erase political suspicion. Trust once shaken does not return easily. Now, anger is being directed squarely at Yakubu and INEC. On social media and in public commentary, some Nigerians accuse the Commission of deception, corruption, and manipulating democratic outcomes. These are serious accusations. As of this report, there has been no criminal conviction against Yakubu or INEC officials establishing systemic corruption in results transmission. Nonetheless, the intensity of public frustration reveals a deep credibility gap. Why does this moment matter? First, democracy relies not only on systems but on confidence in those systems. Even a technically sound process can fail politically if citizens believe it is compromised. Second, the Senate amendment has amplified suspicion. By allowing manual forms to become the primary basis of collation during network failures, lawmakers may have intended flexibility, but to skeptical citizens, flexibility looks like vulnerability. Third, the resurfaced clip creates a messaging problem. When past assurances about technological capacity clash with current legislative caution, the public interprets inconsistency as dishonesty. From a technical standpoint, both realities can coexist. BVAS can accredit offline. Uploading scanned results still require network connectivity. The real policy question is not whether technology works offline, but whether Nigeria should invest in redundancy systems, including satellite connectivity and secure offline-to-online synchronization to make real-time uploads reliable nationwide. The deeper issue here is accountability. If network failure triggers manual fallback, who verifies that failure? Is there independent logging of connectivity status? Are there timestamps, audit trails, and public transparency tools? These are the safeguards that determine whether flexibility protects democracy or weakens it. Public anger reflects something broader than this single clause. Many Nigerians feel economically strained, politically unheard, and institutionally frustrated. Electoral transparency becomes a symbol of fairness in a system where other forms of trust are already fragile. When people feel excluded from economic opportunity, they demand inclusion in political voice. If that voice appears frightened, frustration escalates. An effective response from INEC would involve proactive transparency, clear public demonstrations of BVAS functionality, independent technical audits, public release of system logs during elections, clear definitions of what constitutes a genuine transmission failure. Without that level of openness, suspicion will persist regardless of legal wording. An effective response from lawmakers would involve tightening definitions rather than broadening discretion. Ambiguity fuels conspiracy theories. Clarity reduces them. As this debate continues, one critical question stands before Nigerians. Is the problem technological limitations, or is it institutional trust? Because if technology can be strengthened, infrastructure can be upgraded. But if trust collapses, rebuilding it is far harder. We close with this reflection. When the referee insists the whistle malfunctioned, the crowd will not argue about mechanics. They will question fairness. Nigeria's democracy does not merely need devices that function, it needs citizens who believe those devices are not controlled by hidden hands. Stay informed, stay analytical, and subscribe to Arise News for balanced, fact-driven coverage as Nigeria navigates one of the most consequential electoral debates in its history.